need an address, I put it in MapQuest. I'm an evangelist, can't find this on Angie's list. I pull up and handle it, I'm shaking my hand in it. You know the offer is up, are you gonna switch? I changed my lifestyle, I was quite wild, now it's bright now, an Israelite now.
What we're here to tell you, tell y'all, is that we're not just black niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're more than that. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Wake 'em up!
For thou art an holy people.
What the Lord say?
For thou art an holy people.
Hey, brother, the Lord said we're a holy people, man. Holy just means separate or set apart. Meaning we're different than everybody else. Meaning we make the LeBron James, the Serena Williams, she doing the damn crip walk, hey, the Kendrick Lamars. They not like us, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said we're a holy people. Holy means separate. Meaning ain't nobody else like us on the face of the earth. The people you see on these signs is a special people. It's God's chosen people. So don't forget that. Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people.
What did the Lord do?
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Nah, to everybody.
Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
The Lord chose us to be a special people unto himself above everybody on the face of the earth, bro. Right. That's why we created all the inventions, right? The stoplight, the toilet stool, the damn peanuts, everything, bro.
Right.
You know, the security system, peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? That's like, peanut butter, you know what I mean? Right? So the internet, you brothers got anything else?
AC,
ambulance,
doorknob.
Like, we created all these inventions, right?
But didn't somebody black make the guitar, the electric guitar?
Yeah, man.
See that?
Everything
Houston.
you need.
Houston. So we're God's chosen people. The Lord chose us to be a special people. So if we're God's chosen people, why are we going through poverty? Why are we struggling? Why are we getting shot down? Right? Why are we broke?
That's a beautiful question.
Right? Why are we in this predicament right here in Virginia? Right? On Saturday night, man. We can hardly feed ourselves, man. Struggling, man. Poor. Right? Cousin just got shot down 2 weeks ago. Why are we in this position? Maybe you know? Do you know?
I have no idea.
And we're gonna bring it out through the scriptures because this is our history book.
Right.
This tells you why we in the position that we are in today. Right? Because we didn't follow our God commandments. And we're gonna bring it out. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 15. You familiar with Moses?
Yeah.
Moses said, what's his famous line that he's known for? He said, let my people what?
Let my people go.
Let my people go. Did he say let everybody go? So Moses was talking to specific people.
Right.
Moses was talking to these people that you see right here on this sign. He was talking to us.
Right.
He said, let my people go. We was in slavery to the Egyptians, right? We was in captivity, right? Building the pyramids. Moses said, let my people go, right? Bring it out.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Wake him up!
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That all these what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, it's a curse, a good or a bad thing, because to put this in context, right, this is after Moses led us out of the hand of the Egyptians, right? We was free. He said, let my people go through the strong hand of the Most High, Yahweh. His name is Yahweh, right? That's the Most High God's name. He freed us, right? And Moses gave us commandments through the Most High to follow. And this is prophecy. Moses is saying if we didn't follow these commandments, then curses would be upon us, right? So is a curse a good or a bad thing? If someone wants to put a curse on you, is it a good or a bad thing? Something you can't control.
Be a bad thing.
Sound like a bad thing, right? Right, that's what the Lord is saying. I mean, that's what Moses is saying. If we didn't follow his commandments, then curses would come upon us, meaning bad things would come upon us. These people that you see on this sign. So we're going to read some of the bad things that's happening to us now, right? And in the past, right? Because we didn't follow the Lord, our God. Keep going.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
What the Lord say?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Right, so who's cursed in the city, brother? Where y'all from?
I'm from Suffolk.
You from Suffolk? Okay, come on, all praise. Where you from, brother? Virginia Beach, okay. What about you, bro?
I was born and raised in Virginia Beach. I just moved down to Suffolk.
Just moved down to Suffolk. Right, so when you go to these places, who's cursed in the city, in Suffolk? Who's at the bottom? Who's walking around just kind of talking to themselves, man? You know, you don't see nobody else. You want to be, you're right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who has a project in every city in America, right? You kind of got New York, downtown, Detroit, LA. Who's the ones at the bottom, man? You know what I'm saying? Suffering, right? On EBT, you know what I'm saying? Kind of strung out on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Begging for cigarettes, digging in the trash can, just trying to find cigarette butts. That's us people. You know, you familiar with that, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, keep going. So we'll be cursed, Shalaki. We'll be cursed in the city.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And what?
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Now, I don't know how old y'all are. So y'all, what kind of history classes y'all took? Y'all familiar with the Atlantic slave trade? You familiar with the Atlantic slave trade? With Negroes? You familiar with it? All right. So who was cursed in the field? You seen the movie Django, The Roots, 12 Years of Slavery? Django with Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah, I seen that one.
Right, so who was cursed in the field, right? Picking cotton, right? From sun up to sundown, right? That was our people, right? So that's cursed being in the field, right? That was a prophecy that the Most High was said will come to pass. If we didn't follow His commandments, we would be cursed in the city, which we are today, right? And cursed in the field, right? And what else? Give me verse 48.
Verse number 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
So start right there. So this is another curse. So now we got to serve our enemies in hunger. So when we want something to eat, what's some of the places we like to shop at or go to?
Like, probably somewhere cheap, like
McDonald's, right? What about you, bro? McDonald's. You got Popeyes. Whenever we want something to eat, the Lord said we have to go to our enemies, right? So who owns McDonald's, right? Or Walmart, Harris Teeter, right? Food Line. This being broad, like grocery stores. Who own the places that when we want something to eat? Who owns these establishments, these restaurants? White people.
Right.
But the Lord didn't say white people. Remember that. He said you got to serve your enemies and hunger. What else?
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Now you got to serve your enemies in thirst when you want something to drink. You know what I'm saying? You got Fruit of the Loom. I mean, Salaki. You got Dasani. You got Poland Springs. You got you got Kool-Aid. You got Sprite, Coca-Cola. You got to serve your enemy when you're thirsty. And what else?
And in nakedness.
And when you want to look fly, people like to look fly. You know what I'm saying? You got Nike, Reebok, you know what I'm saying? Even Hanes, Fruit of the Loom from your, your drawers, your socks. You got to go to your enemy. And we picked over $7 trillion of cotton, right? And we don't own a cotton textile mill or, a cotton gin, none of that, right? So that's a curse. And we got to serve our enemy when we want to put something on our body, clothes. Keep going.
And the one of all things.
So whatever you want, the Lord is basically saying this is a curse. Since you didn't serve Him, our people didn't serve Him, now we have to serve our enemy in whatever we want.
Right.
Meaning in hunger, when we want something to eat, right? In thirst, when we thirsty. In nakedness, meaning clothing. And whatever you want, meaning if you want to get an education, right? If you want to get a student loan, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a barber, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to them for all your utensils. If you want to be a cook, you got to go to them for your food. Whatever you want, that's a curse. You know what I'm saying? And what else?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And what he's going to do?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Now, when it says he, who is they talking about? Who's going to put a yoke of iron upon their neck? It says their enemies who's going to put a yoke of iron upon their neck. And if you was to take a wild guess, who put yokes of iron upon the Israelites' neck? Right? You know what a yoke of iron is? It's a metal collar.
Oh.
You seen that before? It's like a metal dog chain, right? Who had them upon their neck? We did in slavery, right? You familiar with the shackles and cuffs and all that? Like we had those metal yokes. We had the metal yokes around our neck.
Okay, so that's
right. So when you read this, it's not talking about everybody. Can you appoint a time that the Chinese man had yokes around their neck? Have you seen the images?
I've only seen us.
Right, so you have seen some images, but you see only our people with metal collars and yokes around their neck, right? Right, so you are fond of these images. You have seen some of them before, but you'll never ever see anybody else beside us because it's only talk about us. That's what we're trying to bring out. This is the curses upon our people. So you find the curses in the Bible, and the reason we got these on because we disobeyed our God. All right, keep going.
and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have what?
Until he have destroyed
Now
thee.
we destroyed. Now, when you walked up, I asked you what's your nationality. What do we classify as? We say African American. We say black. Well, we're not black. Black is the same color as your pants.
Right.
Right. Black represents evil. Right. Filthiness. Right. Magic. Right. We're not black. African American is the name of two different white men. America Vespucci and Leo Scipio Africanus. So we don't come from two different white men. So who told us that we were black? Who told us that we were African American?
Right.
Who told us these things? White folks did, bro.
Right.
But what did the Lord call these white folks? Did the Lord call them white folks, or what's another? What did he say? See, brother, you paying attention, bro.
Right.
Brother on fire. See that? You got to remember these things, though. The Lord said that's our enemies, right? The Lord, our enemies, we will be sold into our enemy. Keep going.
That's it.
Give me verse 68.
Come on, verse number 68. So like page 4. Come on, verse number 68.
Y'all got a minute to hit the scripture. Just one scripture for the Lord, for the Most High.
Sure.
Come
All
on,
praise to the
praise.
Most
verse
High.
number 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hey, so we're reading about the Israelites, right? So these people that you see on this sign are God's chosen people, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But this is what the Lord calls us. But this is what the world would classify us as African Americans, right? But these are God-given nationality tribes, right? We the Israelites, we make up these tribes, right? So read that again.
Come on, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring
Listen,
it out.
brother.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord is saying that we would have to go into Egypt again, meaning slavery or bondage. Because to put it in context is Moses led us out of Egypt, right? But the Israelites never went back into Egypt again, right? Since we didn't want to follow our God, right? The Lord is telling you we're reading the curses. I know you came up late. Now, one of the curses is that we would have to go into slavery again because we didn't follow the Lord's commandments.
Exodus 20 and 2.
Bring it out.
Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What's another word for Egypt?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means bondage. So the Lord speaks in similitudes. That's where we get our slang from. Because if I was to ask you, if you say you going to the crib, does that mean you physically going to a crib? I mean you going to the house. That's how the Lord speaks. He speaks in similitudes, right? Keep going.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into what?
Into Egypt
What
again.
is Egypt? Slavery.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, how did we get to America? How did they say we got to America?
I appreciate you guys. We have dinner reservations. I'm proud of you guys.
I got one question. How did we get to America?
With ships.
That's what the Bible is saying. Keep going.
Come on. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Meaning once we get off these ships, we will see our homeland no more again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Meaning no man can redeem you. Once you get off these ships, you will be sold into your enemies for slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you. You ever heard of auction blocks? We were sold on auction blocks. Right. When the slave masters would bid on you, they would bid on you and see who they wanted. You know what I'm saying? See if you
Like an auction.
exactly. But you were for sale.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they would look at you and look at you, see how strong you was, and say,
Right.
okay, if you was fit to be on his plantation. You know what I'm saying? They would put money on your head basically and say, yeah, that's what we want. You know, but that was a curse that we would be sold into our enemies, right?
Yeah.
So, what you know so far since you've been up here?
Okay, so from what you talk like, from what you first told me when we first arrived, you said that that we weren't labeled as African Americans, nor were they labeled as white men. They were labeled our enemies, while
Right.
we were labeled as one of the races on the back of that board.
Right. Which are these are the children of. So, these are the children of Israel.
Yeah, we were considered God's chosen people, while the white men were considered our enemies.
Right. Right. So
That's why I picked up.
you have to remember that God's chosen people name are the Israelites.
Right.
They make up 12 tribes. These are the 12 tribes' names, right? But here, this is what the world will classify us as, right? So, what's your nationality? I mean, yeah, you
I'm
be simple.
African American.
Your father be African American?
Yeah.
Well, more than likely, you will be from the tribe of Judah. You will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. See what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what else? What else you were saying? I ain't mean to cut you off, so like.
That's all I picked up. You were also talking about, you know, who owns all these different places, all these buildings and facilities and stuff like that, which were white men. And like I said again, they were labeled as our enemies in the Bible. That's what even God said that.
Right, that's true.
So that's another
true.
thing.
Yeah,
I already got a flyer.
So what we're reading, what we was bringing out is the curses. We would have to serve our enemy because we didn't follow God's commandments. Right. So we're bringing out the curses in Deuteronomy. But
how you doing, King?
I'm trying to see.
Got 2 minutes, brother? You got 2 minutes?
But I want to touch it.
2 minutes, man.
That's a lot.
Right.
What's your name, King?
My name's Tajon.
Oh, you said what's your name?
Tajon. It's kind of hard.
Tajon, you from here?
I'm actually from Portsmouth. I moved down into Suffolk. I'm just visiting here.
You interested in furthering your knowledge?
Well, I actually got a place to be after this. I got to head.
No, I'm talking about not right now. I'm talking as far as building.
As far as building, sure. Is there like a
Yeah, I'm gonna take your number down, man. My name is Raj.
Raj, okay, nice to meet you.
Well, what's your number, King?
757-405-4269.
757-405
4269.
4269. And you say your name was what?
Tajon. T-E-Jon. Everybody has trouble with my name, you know, so I got to spell sometimes.
That's cool. You said 405-4269.
Yeah.
Okay, come.
You live in Harborview?
I live in
downtown,
near the Centura Overseas Hospital and stuff. That's
How you doing?
Okay, all praise to the Most High, man. Yeah. We definitely gonna hit you up, man. We're trying to further our body, you know what I'm saying, within the truth, you know what I'm saying. So you could be over here with us, man, teaching this word, man.
Okay.
Yeah, today the Lord's Sabbath day, though. You know about the Sabbath day?
As far as I know, I just know it's part of the 10 Commandments. It said to keep it holy.
See that? Let's bring it up. Huh?
Remember
the
the
Sabbath day.
Sabbath day to keep it holy? Something like that?
Right.
Exodus.
Right.
No, bring out the Sabbath day. So the Sabbath day just ended. Right. So we teach the Sabbath day because along with the curses, right? The curses go hand in hand with God's laws. The reason why we're under these curses because we don't keep God's laws. Right. So it's God's punishments because God is the Most High, who is our Father, right? His name is Yahweh. Says we not. If I'm your father, right? If I give you laws to follow or commandments, if you don't follow my commandments, right? Then you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be punishments. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. I had to punish you. That's how the Most High feels about us, you know what I'm saying?
That's how every
father should be, because the Lord chastises who He loves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I ain't showing you no love, if I ain't punishing you, it's like I don't care. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Go run out the house, go crazy.
Play in traffic.
Go play in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Go drink all the cough syrup you want to drink. You know what I'm saying?
Hen dog in there.
Yeah, go get some hen dog in the refrigerator. Phil, just drink it all. I don't care. Bring it out.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right. So holy just means separate. We can't forget that. And Hebrew just means kodash. You know what I mean? Holy means separate. It says so.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So with 6 days you can do whatever. You can do all your work, right? You can go cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? You can go work out at Planet Fitness. You can work your job as a student at TCC. You know what I'm saying? Do your construction, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do. In 6 days, you do all your work.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath, meaning just the day on the Sabbath day, you're supposed to rest. You know what I'm saying? That means, you know what I'm saying? Cease from your work. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? Don't work your job no more, right?
In it thou shalt not do any work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
right,
the sea and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day.
And did what?
And rested the seventh day.
So the Lord rested the seventh day. You know what I'm saying? He created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh. Right. The seventh is the Sabbath, man. It's the day of rest. In the meaning, like we ain't supposed to do no work. You understand that?
Yeah.
So that's just one law, right?
Okay,
and the Sabbath just ended. You know what I'm saying? So that's a law that we keep. You know what I'm saying? The Sabbath day. But I got your number, King. We'll link. I know you kind of trying to make moves.
Yeah, cause like sometimes I'm working too, so
okay.
Yeah, this is just my weekend off.
Okay, all praise to the Most High, man.
All right, St. John. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice
meeting you too. All right, thank you,
bro.
All right, brother. Be blessed, man.
Hey, you too.
The book of Mark, chapter 1, verse number 15.
Bring it up.
And say, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent ye and believe in the gospel.